Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the Bournemouth rebuild series. This is episode number 3, and yeah, we are into the middle stage of the rebuild, and I'd say it's going pretty well. At the start of the rebuild, I wanted to establish Bournemouth as a full Premier League club, be competitive, top half finishes, maybe get a little bit of silverware, all that sort of stuff. Silverware, tick. Won the FA Cup last season. European football, Europa League for this season, Champions League for last season. So that's tick on that one as well. And 2 top half finishes in the first 2 seasons. So everything is going absolutely swimmingly at the moment. We have only played 1 game this season so far, beat Southampton 3-0. Having a look at the schedule, which was, Fofana, Kluivert and Ouedraogo scoring, so that's even better. But even better than that, we did get in a little bit of silverware. Okay, yes, it's the Community Shield. Not going to get too excited about it, but it is still another little bit of silverware, and we also beat Man City. So our trophy cabinet now has 5 trophies in it. So I can't complain about that, to be fair. And yeah, you know what? It's good. It's good. Financially wise, we are looking even better. I know we had a bit more of a transfer budget than that. I think it's about 45 million, something like that. But obviously it's been going up and down. Financially, it's gone back up again, debt-wise. I really don't understand that. When a person comes in to buy a club, why put them back in debt? I don't get it. I really don't. But it is what it is. Let's have a quick look at the transfers to see who's gone in and out, which there has been a few movements, to say the least. The biggest ones being David Brooks. He was unhappy, so he didn't play, I think, last season. Yeah, he only played 16 games in the league, which only 5 starts, 19 off the bench. He wanted more playing time, fair enough. He went to Brentford for 10 million. I think it was the same with Ouattara as well. Yeah, again, I just hadn't played him that much. With only 3 starts last season. So yeah, he went to Troyes for 10 million, up to 11.25, which is fine. But the biggest one, and I love the Saudi Arabian clubs on this game, are amazing, because they'll just throw money at you. 30.5 million for Lewis Cook. I was stunned at that. Absolutely stunned. I mean, he's on £375,000 a week. That is ridiculous for what I would consider. Looking at these stats, and even Mascal's agreeing with me, he's a C player. He's average, 2.5 to 3 star player. I got 30 million for him. Again, he did play a lot for us last season, and actually saying that, he was our club captain. But I've got better players in the squad. Adam Wharton, Alex Scott. They are better players. So I decided to let them go. Better and younger as well, saying that. But I did bring in a few players as well. I spent a bit of money. So we'll start with the cheapest one first, which, again, this guy, he's slipped under my radar last season. But he's had a bit of a boost for FM24 and is now considered a bit of a wonder kid. You look at his potential ability, is amazing. Hell of a centre midfielder. I don't know what Norway are doing. They're producing a lot of decent players, not just Haaland. Well, you got the likes of Naipan here. You got Antonio Nusa as well. And I think there's a couple of others, which I'm going to do my own sort of wonder kid videos. So there's a few players that I'm finding over the course of playing this game, which I don't think some people have picked up on. So I'm going to do a couple of sort of shorts and stuff like that to cover some of the wonder kids. But yeah, I picked him up for 5 million. He's now worth up to 90. Ridiculous. Then brought in Ryan Gravenberch. This guy is one of my favourite players on this game. A couple of years ago, I bought it when I was doing a Liverpool save on, I think it was not FM23, I think it was FM22. I bought him from Ajax to Liverpool. He's one of the best box-to-box midfielders on the game. And I also think in real life, I absolutely love the player. I think he's brilliant. And at 23, I brought him in. Yeah, okay, he's on a high wage, but I only brought him in for just less than 13 million. It's a bargain. Brought in Datro Fofana to play on the wing. Buonanotte's not quite doing it for me, but Fofana, just for his pace and his finishing, I think he'll be really, really good. And speaking of Buonanotte, is it on this season? No, he's still part of the squad. He may still end up going out on loan. We'll check that at the end of the season. But I wanted a big centre-back, and I went big. I brought in Mark Guéhi from Palace for a big amount of money, but he's a leader. He's one of the best centre-backs on the game, and he's English as well, so it helps with the European registration. So that's the transfers in. If I have a look at the pick best 11, it now looks a little bit like this: Guéhi, Sabanier, Seaman, Livramento, Miranda, Wharton, Scott, Ryder. Gravenberg doesn't even get in the side, which I'm quite surprised at, but I think he will. Traore, Gyökeres, and Fofana. It's a good squad. I'm going to say it's only the start of the season, so I'm going to say only one game in. So I'll simulate the season, and then we'll see where we end up in the competitions wise, and hopefully we have another successful season. So I'll see you in a few seconds. Welcome back, guys, and third season syndrome, I think, is what I'd call it. It's disappointing, to say the least. I'm disappointed, but the board aren't. I personally think we struggled massively this season. The club vision, of course, was top half finish again and reach the latter stages of the Europa League, past both of them, which I'll show you in a second. But league table wise, finished 9th. When bad end to the season, lost 2 away games to Newcastle and Wolves, drew a home game against Man United. Those points cost us a European spot, and I'm a little bit disappointed at that, especially with the squad that we got. So I may need to change and tinker a couple of things around. Weirdly enough, Fofana's been classed as our top goal scorer, so I'll have a look at it in a second, but let's have a look at the other competitions, see how we did. That's poor. Third round of the Carabao by Ipswich. Okay, third round by Liverpool in the FA Cup. Fenerbahce in the quarter-finals of the Europa League. Again, with the squad that I've got, I'd expected at least to get to the semis. So, yeah, I'm disappointed in that. Again, league goals, 13 by Fofana. What the hell happened to Gyökeres? Let's have a look. Goals-wise. Yeah, Fofana's our top goal scorer on 17. Gyökeres dropped right off. Oh, hang on, he picked up an injury, that's why. Let's have a look. So over the course of the season, he's had a few injuries here and there. He picked up a twisted ankle, so he's out for 11 days, then 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 12 days, 6 days, 12 days. Yeah, that's going to have affected things, annoyingly. Now I'm willing to bet, if I have a look at Fofana, let's have a look at his form. Inside forward, pressing forward, he's been played up front a few times, so he's been played as a striker instead of Leonardo, which he should have been playing as the striker. I don't know why the game does that. I really don't. It annoys me a little bit because it just doesn't make any sense. But even still, yeah, I mean, the goal drop off, that hasn't helped at all. Assist wise, still there. Gravenberg, really good season. Again, Ryder actually, I think, he's wanted by Man United. Surprise, surprise. I don't think I've got a minimum fee. But he's got a relegation release clause. That's not happening. but overall his 3 seasons have been really, really good. So I've got no complaints there at all. Just complaining about the end of the season because it's not good enough. It's not good enough from the standards that I want to set. So yeah, I think this is like been a bit of a 3rd season lull. And say when you look at, hang on, you look at that, the graph, we did actually go down to 13th, 14th, 12th, kind of picked it up towards the last third of the season, but yeah, nowhere near good enough. Nowhere near good enough at all. So let's have a quick look at the financials. Overall balance looking pretty decent. Looks like I haven't had the budget in for next season, but they're saying it's only about 30 million, so that's going to be interesting. So yeah, I don't quite know what to say about that, to be fair. There are some players that are obviously going to leave again, and we'll see where we can take it for season number 4. So thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, please leave a like, share the video around, subscribe to the channel if you would be so kind, and I will see you guys for episode number 4, where hopefully we can pick ourselves back up and get back to being in competitive European football and also in the cup. So we'll get competitive in the cups, competitive in the league again, and then hopefully we'll be coming back stronger for season number 4. So as I say, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ra.